one important component in decoder is masked multi-head attention. This mechanism allows the decoder to focus on previously generated tokens but not on future tokens. The masking ensures that at any decoding step, the model can only use the words it has already generated, but not the future words or next words in the sentence. This prevents a model from cheating by looking ahead at future words during training part. Then, how does this work in translation means? See, you can see the sentence. So here we are considering translation from English to French, and this is the input sentence in English. I love AI, and this is what we are expecting. Okay, expected output sentences J adore IA. Then, without masking, what happens means the decoder could see the entire target sentence at once, making training unrealistic. So, with masking, model must predict words one at a time, just like in the real inference. So, for example, at each decoding step, when predicting this word J, the decoder sees nothing. Okay, so there is nothing before this. So, it will just see only this word. Whereas, while predicting this word adore, it only sees J, but not the next word after this. Coming to the third word, while predicting the third word, it only sees the previous words, that is J adore. There is nothing after this, right? So it can't see the future words. So the ground truth sequence, that is correct translation, is available during training, and the decoder does not receive the full ground truth at once. Instead, target sequence is shifted right and fed into the decoder. So you can see these tables here. So time step and the corresponding word. So this is the ground truth sequence during training. And this is the correct French translation for sentence I love AI. It is the expected output that the model needs to learn. Coming to this part, shifted right sequence input to decoder. So the first token is replaced with start. So this first token is replaced with start because we performed right shift operation. And each word is shifted one position to the right here. Because of that only in place of J we got start. In place of adore we got J. And in place of this third word we got adore. So this the decoder must generate the translation one word at a time. And during training we feed the decoder the correct words from the previous steps to improve the learning part. And also we need to ensure casual attention here because it prevents the decoder from seeing future words before predicting them. So the process is first decoder takes the shifted sequence as input, then it predicts the next word at each time step. Model's prediction are compared with the ground truth sequence to compute the loss, and the model learns from the mistakes and update weights accordingly. Then step 2 is compute queries, keys and values. So we saw this part while explaining example in the encoder part. So you can see, so just like how we computed all these things in multi-head attention part in the encoder, we'll do the same thing. So the masked multi-head attention layer also does the same thing, right? So here, this step, it explains how this masked multi-head attention works in the decoder of a transformer model by computing query, key, and values for each word in the target sequence. So here queries are nothing but it represents what the word is looking for in other words. And keys represents what each word contains in terms of meaning and information. Then these values represent what information each word carries and will pass to the attention mechanism. So in multi-head attention, all these vectors, they help the model determine how much attention to pay to each word in the sequence. So here you can see, so how this work in attention part means first we'll take dot product between the queries as well as keys. So you can see This is a query vector and this is a key vector. Each word compares its query with the keys of all the words in the sequence. And the similarity or dot product determines how much attention a word should give to others. Okay, what we are doing here, each word, it compares its query with all the other keys present in the sequence. So if you take this query will be compared with all the keys of all the words present in the sequence. And it will determine how much attention this word should give to the others. So scores from the dot product are passed through the softmax in order to create attention weights. And these weights determine how much each word contributes to the final output. So you can see how the dot product is calculated, how the normalization is done, everything in the encoder part. So it works in the similar way. Then weighted sum using values. So all the attention weights are multiplied with the corresponding values, and the sum of these weighted values gives the final representation of a word. Now coming to the computation, how the attention scores are calculated means, so we calculated by computing the dot product between the query of a word and keys of all the words in the sequence, right? So here each query is compared with all the keys using a dot product, and the dot product measures similarity. So if you get the higher score, then it means stronger relationship between the words. Lower score means weaker relationships. So these scores are calculated before applying masking or softmax normalization. So you can see these words. For example, if you take the word J, attention scores before masking are like this. So these are the corresponding attention words for the word J. So as there is a direct match, it will be one only. So if you compare this J with adore, probability is different, score. Compare this J with other word. This is even more less. In the same way, we will do comparison between this query word adore with all the words J, adore, and this IA. So here adore and adore, as both of them are same, again 100% score was given to the word adore. So similarly, these are the attention scores for IIA. So there's highest probability for these two words as both of them are same. Then apply the mask. So this step ensures that in the masked multi-head attention, a word cannot attend to the future words. So word can only attend to itself and previous words. So here J, it can attend only to itself. Coming to the adore, it can attend the previous word as well as that word itself. And this IEA, it can attend that word itself as well as previous two words. Any scores for future words are masked or they are set to minus infinity before softmax, making their attention weights to 0. So this is how masking will be applied. So first we have attended word, which shows which word is attending to which word. So as we have three words in the sentence, we are taking all the three words and you need to compare that with all the three words present in the sentence. So we got three combinations for every word in this sentence. So J attending itself. So before mask, just now we saw it is 1.0. That is highest probability, right? So this J to adore, it means a query J is trying to attend the next word adore. Okay, before mask, what we got? J trying to attend adore, that is 0.7. But after mask, J can attend only itself. It can't see the future word. So that's the reason after mask, its value becomes minus infinity. Okay. So after masking, attention scores for future words become minus infinity. This ensures a word cannot attend to future words during training part. In the same way, J cannot see the third word in the sentence also. So even though before mask its score is 0.5, after masking, as it cannot see the next word, its score will be minus infinity. And adore, it can see the previous word as well as next word after masking. So these are before mask values. After masking, it remains the same. And adore again, it can see itself. So before mask and after mask, it remains same. And it can't see the future word. So even though before masking, its value is 0.8, after masking, it is minus infinity. Then this IE third word attending this word J. So it can see the word J. So you can see the scores. I with J is 0.4. So that value remains same. So this third word can see all the previous words. So those scores remains as it is before masking and after masking also. So there are no other words after this word, right? So for all these three words, the values remain the same. Then compute final attention weights where softmax function is applied in order to normalize the attention scores. So this softmax ensures that the attention scores sum to 1, making them interpretable as probabilities. And each word now has a set of normalized attention weights which indicate how much attention it gives to previous words. So J gives attention, that is J, it attends to itself, so it is 1.0. So as it can't see the next words, those normalized weights will be 0. And adore, these are the weights as it can see the previous word also and it can't see the third word. For this third word, we have all three attention weights, normalized weights. And the next step is compute final attention output, that is weighted sum. So each word representation is weighted by its attention scores or multiplied by its attention scores to compute the weighted sum. This is how the transformer updates the representation of each word based on its context. So if you take calculation for the word adore. So word vectors are, so we are taking these values 0.9 minus 0.3 and 0.8. So these are the word vectors for the corresponding words, right? Similarly, for the word adore, we need to take this value. And coming to the attention weights, these are the attention weights for the corresponding words J as well as J and adore. So now compute weighted sum. So for the word adore, weighted sum will be 0.38 into that value for the word J. And next value for this adore word is 0.62. You need to multiply that with next vector. Second word with second vector. Similarly, third normalized score with third vector. So this one 0.0 into third vector value. So as it gives 0, no need to write it separately. And this is the score we got after calculation.